guys, Assalamu alaikum.
I'm Suki.
I'm Zara.
And today it is about
10 surprising Filipino discoveries and inventions. So let's watch.
In today's video, we'll be shining a spotlight on 10 surprising Filipino inventions. Welcome back to FTD Facts. I'm Sarah Carvalho, and today we're going to be discussing Filipino inventions. Now, we often hear about the Philippines as being loved and well recognized for its paradise-like vacation spots, its delicious food, and friendly locals. But did you know that the Philippines is home to many creative inventors whose discoveries have highly influenced the world as we know it today? Well, I've got a great list of inventions for you, many of which I had no idea came from the Philippines. So stick around and join me on this journey of discovery. All right.
yes, I agree with her because when we talk about Philippines, we always talk about
Vacation.
places, food, friendly people, etc.
Yeah.
But we don't actually see
I don't know any invention
the-
from the Philippines.
informatic part of the country, inventions and stuff like that. So we are really curious.
Yeah.
All right, let's look at technology, starting with the two-way video phone. Now, imagine how remote learning would look like today without the likes of Skype or Zoom. All of this would not have been possible without the two-way video phone. This wonderful technology that makes this all possible was invented in 1955 by Filipino physicist and engineer Gregorio Zara.
I didn't know that.
Wow. We really didn't know that.
I thought it was made by American.
Yeah, me too. I thought it was made by some American man.
Yeah.
Wow, we didn't know it was Filipino. Gregorio Zara.
Also known as the father of video conferencing. Zara's video telephone invention enabled the caller and recipient to see each other while conversing, laying the foundation for video conferencing. A Philippines native, he pursued studies at the University of the Philippines, followed by the Massachusetts Institute of Technology and the University of Michigan. Now, interestingly, Zara held 30 patents for devices and equipment. Other notable creations include an induction compass used by pilots for direction, a solar-powered water heater, and an alcohol-fueled airplane engine. Zara also discovered a law of electrical kinetic resistance known as the Zara effect. Pretty special.
He's a very genius man.
Wow. Like, I'm really surprised.
Now, if you are anything like me, you will love music, which brings us to the karaoke.
Oh, we know that.
Now,
No, I didn't
this
know.
one wasn't too much of a surprise to me, and more so of a pleasant discovery. I say this because, in my experience with this much-loved activity, my Filipino friends and karaoke can only be described as a match made in live performance heaven. It is important to note, though, that Filipinos did not invent karaoke itself. Karaoke is actually a Japanese concept featuring a person singing along to a recorded accompaniment. However, in 1975, Filipino Roberto del Rosario did invent and patent the karaoke sing-along machine as we know and love them today.
Can you explain to me?
The karaoke was invented by the Japanese,
Yes.
but actually the machine was invented by a Filipino man.
Today. Now, I think it's fair to say that singing karaoke is as much a part of Filipino culture as it ever was Japanese. Don't you think? Let's take a look at some medical inventions. The bamboo incubator. Faye Del Mundo was a great many things, including a pioneering pediatrician in the Philippines. She studied at the University of the Philippines and pursued further training in Boston. In 1941, with the goal to help rural communities without electricity, she designed the bamboo incubator, a makeshift incubator that used two wicker laundry baskets of varying sizes. She put hot water bottles in the space between the baskets to regulate the temperature of the infants, and then added a hood and oxygen to help regulate the body temperature.
That's very impressive.
This is impressive.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think the universities of Filipino are very great.
Yes, and they are genius. Like, I'm really upset now why they didn't talk about these crazy people, genius people.
Now, in keeping with the medical field, we're going to look at erythromycin. So did you know that this popular antibiotic was discovered in the Philippines? Dr. Abelardo B. Aguiar was working for international pharmaceutical firm Eli Lilly and Company as a researcher. In 1949, he submitted his work to superiors who declared it a new type of antibiotic that could cure bacterial infections. Eli Lilly and Company branded it Iosone, but never gave Aguiar the credit he was due.
That's very, very, very bad.
This is upsetting me.
Yeah.
Sadly, Abelardo died in 1993 without being recognized.
This is sad.
Yeah.
Like, why they didn't give him the recognition?
Yeah.
Or rewarded royalties for his significant contributions. Looking at technology, how about microchips? Now, the humble child of a rice farmer from Cagayan Valley, Dado Banatang worked his way up from a barefoot student to a Mapua cum laude, to a trainee pilot, to an alumnus
He did a lot
of
of things.
Stanford University. He was a member of the Homebrew Computer Club with Steve Jobs.
Oh, he worked with Steve Jobs.
Impressive.
And Steve Wozniak. His efforts resulted in the invention of the PC chipset and the Windows Graphics Accelerator chip, both of which are still used in computers today. Specifically, he is credited for the 10 megabit Ethernet CMOS with silicon coupler data link control and transceiver chip. He can also be credited with the first system logic chipset and the first Windows Graphics Accelerator chip. He founded 3 tech companies, one of which became the leading graphics chips market in the 90s. Today, he continues to support engineering students. Number 5, getting into food. Now, patis is a popular fish sauce and has been around for less than 100 years. It was founded by...
Yeah, I don't know anything about patties. This fish sauce.
Aling Tentai, also called Ruperta David, after the Japanese occupation of the Philippines. Aling Tentai used the juice of fish fragments from dried fish from the market. After some modifications to the fish juice, patis was invented. It was registered in 1949 as a product of Tentai food and sauces. Its pungent saltiness has popularly been used as the basis of Vietnamese and Thai fish sauces, which is incorporated into many dishes. If you fancy cars, this fact about jeepneys is for you. Now, jeepneys are the king of the Philippine roads. Leonardo Salvador Serrão Sr. was the founder and owner of the Serrão Motors, a company known for designing, manufacturing, and selling the Jeep.
When they really go to the Philippines, I really want to take this jeepney. Yeah.
It is very beautiful.
Yeah, it's very, very charming, beautiful.
Yes.
The most popular mode of transportation in the Philippines. Now, he is not the first person to alter the surplus Jeeps that were left behind by the US Army from World War II, but he saw them as a business opportunity for mass transportation. He redesigned the surplus Jeeps to increase their functionality by extending the body to accommodate at least
smart
the number of passengers. He also added some railings at the back and top for extra passengers to cling to and for cargo. He revolutionized a burgeoning industry and changed the life
Yeah, he really changed the lives of Filipinos.
Of generations of Filipinos. Leonardo Serrão was awarded the Outstanding Filipino Award, or TOEFL, in 1997 for entrepreneurship. He started Serrão Motors from a borrowed PHP 700. Though he only attained grade 6 level of education because of poverty, he was able to make the company grow into a multi-million peso conglomerate. What a great story about perseverance. All right, if you like to write, maybe some calligraphy, Quink Quick Drying Ink might be just for you. The Quink Quick Drying Ink is rumored to have been invented by Francisco Quisumbing, a Filipino chemist. It was considered an innovative ink at the time and was further developed to work with an American company called Parker Pens. Now, aside from being quick drying, it was also water resistant, it did not clog the pen opening, and it did not blot or fade. It was manufactured in 4 colors: black, green, red, and blue, and it is considered as one of
the pens that we are using right now are coming from a Filipino invention.
Yes, impressive.
the best-selling inks for fountain pens of the millennium. Moving on to the topic of housing brings us to the vase-built modular housing system. system. Edgardo Vasquez came up with a brilliant concept of a prefabricated or ready-to-build housing system. The goal of this housing system was to help the country's housing backlog, as it was easy to build and took much less time and money to construct. The housing system included walls, floors, columns, windows, panels, and tied beams. Furthermore, this practical architectural masterpiece was rumored to be able to withstand even the most destructive and strongest typhoons and even earthquakes.
That's very impressive.
Wow, that's very impressive. He is
A genius. He's a genius.
They're all geniuses actually.
Yeah.
Quakes. Hard to believe. All right, friends, bringing us all the way down to fact number 1, the volleyball spike. If you are a sports lover, listen up. The game of volleyball, originally called mintonette, was invented in 1895 by William G. Morgan after the invention of basketball only 4 years before. Morgan, a graduate of the Springfield College of the YMCA, designed the game to be a combination of basketball, baseball, tennis, and handball. But what you may not have known is that the famous offensive style of setting and spiking was first demonstrated in the Philippines in 1916. It's true!
Wow.
Filipinos first tried this different way of passing the ball back by setting it up in a high trajectory to be struck by another player. They found it very effective. The skill of setting and spiking was then officially introduced and has been highly used in the sport ever since.
Yes, this was very new for us.
Yeah.
I'm really shocked. This is very surprising.
Especially the video calls, I think is the most surprising thing for me, because
Yeah.
I always believed it was made by an American.
Yeah.
So I think it's very, very impressive.
Also the ink, I thought it was made by some American. Or also the volleyball.
We did it
spike.
when we were very young.
Yes.
We played volleyball, so also that one for us is very surprising.
And I'm really upset about the fact that nobody is
Give them
giving them
credits.
credits. Like in Europe, or at least in Italy, we never studied that all these things were created by Filipino
And
people.
also in university we studied about Steve Jobs, but they never mentioned
the Filipino
men.
men. Wow, this is very great.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching our video and see you in the next one. Bye bye.